Hello, this is Nigel with another importing riches tutorial, and today's subject is the secret to importing when you're first starting out. And this is a formula that I created in the Importing Riches video e-course, which gives newbies a guide to really do your selection properly so you don't get burnt when you're first starting. And if you follow this criteria, you'll be miles ahead of someone that's coming into the sort of home business space that wants to start their own business from home, importing products and selling them on eBay or selling them online or selling them in a retail environment, whether that's their own retail premises or in shopping centers or basically any offline business. And this is the formula that you need to follow. The secret to importing when you're first starting really comes down to selection criteria and choosing the right product to import. If you get this step wrong, then you're really pretty much going to be flushing money down the drain. And the first criteria is you have to source and import a product that is high demand. The market's going to tell you what that product is, so you don't have to figure it out yourself. You don't want to import a product that no one wants, and then when you import it, you're hopefully relying on hope that it's going to sell. See, when you already research the market, your local market or your market nationally or internationally, the buyers are going to tell you, the people that are already buying the product, they're going to tell you why they're buying it, and you're going to know why they're buying it. So immediately off the bat, you're going to know that this product is hot. Well, I need to get something similar that I can then sell, because I already know that if I import it, it's going to sell. Okay, so that's a no-brainer situation. What newbies normally do is they go out there, they source a product and think, oh, this might be a great product to sell. And then they are stuck with a product that doesn't sell. Then they sell it off for next to nothing just to recoup their initial investment back. If you follow and import high demand products, then you'll always make money. Okay, the second criteria that you have to follow is you have to import products that are low cost, and when you're first starting out, preferably small in size, because that way you can import them via air freight, because the items are fairly small, and you can turn over once you turn and sell the product fast, you can then get more of the product fairly fast. So you can pack a lot of product, and your cost to import it, to fly it from the supplier, whether that's locally or internationally, the cost is low, so you're making more profit. And I go into what sort of products you should look at importing that are low cost, that you can still make a good profit from, and the cost is low. So you're talking about $1 to $2 per item, which then you can flip and sell them for $15 to $20. So your profit margin is huge. The third criteria is you have to sell items that are easy to sell, and this is sort of goes in hand with high demand, but it's not exactly the same. So you might have a product that's in high demand, but if it's hard to sell, you know, you're not going to make a lot of sales. For example, if you get a high ticket item that costs $1,000, yes, it's in high demand, but it's hard to sell because of the price point. Whereas if you go for something that is in high demand, that people desperately want the product, but it only costs $10 or $20, you can sell a lot of them fast. And it's all about volume. Okay, if through your research the demand will be there. Okay, you just need to get in front of these people. And once you have items that are $20 to $30 each that everyone wants, the resistance to sale is a lot less as opposed to a $1,000 product. Even though the person or the buyer might want that $1,000 product, the resistance is still high because of the high cost. Whereas if you still have the same product, if you're still selling the product, but because it's $20 to $30, see, most people are more likely to spend $20 to $30 because it's not a high price point. So you have to stick to products that are easy to sell. And finally, the last one is, and this is really important. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but still people don't stick to this last one. You need high profit margin, and the high profit margin sort of ties in with the low cost as well. With the high profit margin, what you need to do is you need to import the product and make, you know, sort of 500 to 1,000% on it, and then you can turn that product over and over and again, because the low cost of when you fly it in. So you're not worried about the shipping costs eating all your profits up, because you can get, because the item is light, it doesn't take, you know, you don't have to ship it via sea, and the frequency to get it in time frame is a lot less, so you can get it by air, and the profit margin is high, so you can turn them over faster and still make a high profit, and pretty much get them within 3 to 5 working days if you fly them from the supplier. You can get stuff from China flown in within 5 days. So you just basically, once you run or getting low on product, you just send an email to your supplier and say, hey, you know, I need another 100 units. If they cost you $5 each, well, that's only $500 plus shipping. Might cost you, say, $700, but to get another 100 items. But if you're selling that items for $30, you know, 30 by 100, there's $3,000 less cost of the item, say $700. You're gonna make $2,300, and if you can turn those 100 items over in a week, there's $2,300 a week. Okay, so can you see how this works? So if you stick with this formula, when you're first starting out, of high demand, low cost, easy to sell, high profit margin, you're going to always make money. Always make money. Okay, this is just a strategy to use when you're first starting, and obviously, you know, as you scale up and start importing on like a bigger volume, when you start to get into containers, then your profit margin is even higher. It takes a little bit longer to get the goods, but when you're doing volume, you can then set out your importing schedule, so then as soon as you sell all the goods, your next container drops, and that's pretty much more of an advanced strategy. But hope this gives you an idea of what to follow when you're first starting off, because this is the exact strategy I followed when I first started off, and that's how I would sort of scale up. And this is a strategy that you can use with just a couple of $100 in your pocket, and then it builds your capital to then get to a point where you're selling $30,000 to $40,000 a month, and it happens very quickly, provided that you've done your research and you've got a product or several products that are in high demand, low cost, easy to sell, and high profit margin. If you want more information, just head over to importingriches.com. Basically, it's a video e-course system that I've put together for you, anyone that's importing or wants to get involved in importing their own products and selling them from home, online,